As people of ancient times continued to look to the skies and pass their information from generation to generation, they began to grow more curious. The heavenly objects which could move through the sky must indeed be gods. This time period marked the beginning of the megalith and pyramid builders. Prior to this time, there are few significant structures of these magnitudes. During this period, in many parts of the world, massive organized projects began, which may have spanned several generations. Organized architecture, quarrying, and administration of labor were required to complete these tasks. To this day, many mysteries still remain as to their purpose. Why were these monuments built in the first place? Some believe there is a significant body of evidence to prove that these structures have accurate celestial alignments and may have even been primitive observatories. The most famous of all megaliths is Stonehenge. This fascinating structure is believed to have been built in 3 phases spanning 2800 BC to 1600 BC. Much speculation as to its purpose and builders has existed over the ages. Interestingly, each modern civilization seems to give Stonehenge a purpose which fits with their time. That is to say, in earlier times, when religion played a major role in the lives of the Britons, it was believed that Stonehenge was a sacred temple of great ceremony and importance. Today, our space-age lives make us want to believe that Stonehenge is some form of great celestial calculator or ecliptic computer. One of the most credible alignments is that of the heel stone with the rising sun during the summer solstice. During this time, the sun would be seen to rise behind the heel stone when viewed from within the Stonehenge ring structure. Stonehenge is only one example of structures built with celestial alignments. At the Newgrange Tomb in Ireland, believed to have been built around 3300 BC, an alignment with the winter solstice occurs which is hard to describe as anything other than architecturally planned. The tomb is built as a stone and earth mound in which is enclosed a ritualistic grave site. Although the entrance to the tomb was originally sealed off by rock, above the entrance is a slot through which light may pass. The light can then find its way down a corridor some 15 meters to the grave site. The light of the sun only shines through the slot for the few days on either side of the winter solstice. Newgrange does not appear to have been built as any type of observatory. However, it does provide evidence that the alignment of it and nearby tombs were certainly intentional. One fact does seem clear, that even if these monuments were not built as ancient observatories, but rather as religious monuments, their construction required a rudimentary understanding of the cyclic nature of the seasons and their relationship to the celestial objects. In Egypt, great and mysterious structures were built over several millennia. With only vague writings or the occasional hieroglyph to work with, we are forced to speculate on their purpose and reason for their existence. The Great Pyramids at Giza, believed to have been completed around 2400 BC, were built with near-perfect alignment to the cardinal points of north, south, east, and west. The Cheops Pyramid, the largest of the 3 at Giza, contains several astronomical alignments between constellation stars and ventilation shafts, and even the main entrance. Alignments to the belt stars in Orion, and with Thuban, a polar star at the time of construction, are the most widely accepted and accurately measured features of the Cheops Pyramid. Slightly later, and almost at the opposite side of the Earth, in the Americas, similar structures were being built and a pseudoscience was being explored. The Mayas recorded many cyclic events, including the movement of the moon, recordings of the solstice, and even observations of Venus. Such observations may have been made from temples, such as the one at Palenque. The city of Teotihuacan flourished from 200 BC to 250 AD. Not only did these early Mexican people build great cities and architecture, including the Pyramid of the Sun, it is believed that they had an understanding of the significance of the Tropic of Cancer, that being the northernmost point that a shadow will disappear at noon at the time of the summer solstice. In what is now part of New Mexico, North American natives built the city of Pueblo Bonito, which thrived from 950 to 1150 AD. One of the ceremonial rooms, Casa Rinconada, was built with small openings in the walls to allow sunlight to enter and illuminate the opposite wall. From this, they were able to determine and mark the yearly excursions of the sun. The structure originally had a roof supported by poles set to the semi-cardinal points, northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Near the city of Pablo Bonito is the Keiko Canyon, which contains a very unusual set of petroglyphs and stone structures. This arrangement of rock and petroglyphs indicates the equinoxes and solstices using the noonday sun. The petroglyphs are bisected by dagger-shaped beams of light formed by the rock structures above. These structures clearly show a knowledge of the sun's movements and its relation to the seasons. Please select another time period for further historical information.